All right, greetings. Welcome back to Black Bear News, where everything is connected. How y'all feeling? We're live on Rockfin, Callin, and the YouTubes. The YouTubes. Let's get it cranked up. All right. Let's get it cranked up. Because yesterday we did a lot of talking, and today we're just going to move on through a bunch of different things I wanted to cover today. All right. So this is everybody laughed really hard at this, as well they should. Okay.
Let me start off with two words. Made in America. Made in America. Let me start off with two words. Made in America.
Okay. Honestly, the person with the best response to that was Ted Cruz. Retweeted this and said two words: dementia. That one won. That one. I don't really. You won't hear me often quote Ted Cruz on anything, but that was funny. So there you go. That's how we're doing. Counting things. All right. Let's move on. Oh, what was it? Before I cover this, somebody said that made in America was somehow the term itself, made in America, was racist or something. Okay. I mean, everything is racist, really. So, if you want it to be. All right. Chile has some of the most spectacular kelp forests. Not that I care about the term made in America. I mean, I guess it's good if things are made in America, I suppose. Some people care about that. My question is, are people paid fairly for their labor? Right? There was a time when made in America meant, you know, people made stuff, they got paid, they were in unions and they got paid for wages, and like America was something, it was like you could raise a family of 4 or 5 on a middle class income and send your kids to school and get pensions. That's, I think, what the term made in America used to mean. And now it just means, well, anything that isn't made overseas using sweatshop labor. Some people think that that's something to be proud of. I guess it is. I don't know. Sure. Again, I don't care where anything is made. I just want to know if the people making the things are getting paid fairly. That's what I would like to know. All right. Yes, Chile has some of the most spectacular kelp forests in the world. They sequester teragrams of carbon each year. But they're under siege by capture fisheries, the biggest salmon farming sector in the world, and now illegal kelp deforestation. That's a whole ecosystem on that truck. Yep. That's absolutely happening. we're just dredging the world. That's what we're doing at the moment. Let's keep going. But I suppose as long as your kelp, your can of kelp has ethically sourced kelp, stamped on the side of it, then you can just feel good about eating the kelp. It's probably just a clue. It's probably not ethically sourced. Day 8 of Just Stop Oil disrupting the capital. This is in the UK. Marylebone and Gloucester Place are cleared. The disruption continues. Piccadilly Circus has been shut down with hundreds of animal rebellion supporters sitting in the road in peaceful civil disobedience. We need to end the ecological chaos caused by animal farming. The government must support farmers in a transition to a plant-based future. That's what they're doing in England. More on this from Go Green. Good commentary on this. Soon there will be a day when millions of people will be out protesting when it is too late and our climate has completely crashed. The police arriving in numbers, arrests expected to start happening. And, there's people on the road, there's people stopping traffic. This is from another protest, by the way. This is in the U.S. Meanwhile, the governments of the UK, the U.S., and everywhere else are like, well, we've got an energy crunch. I think we need to ramp up the oil getting. How about some more fracking? How about approving some more wells? More from Extinction Rebellion. We do not enjoy putting our bodies on the line. We do it because we must. We will keep doing it until the POTUS declares a climate emergency and stops fossil fuel extraction on federal and indigenous lands. This is from Declare Emergency. Someone asking, super smart, how did you get there? I bet you drove there. You probably all, wash your clothes and eat food. Anyways, these folks are out there trying to raise awareness. Oh, sorry. Can't see that. Yeah, you can. Let's keep going. So much to cover. From Climate Dad. A well-paid job, a nice car, a big house, a luxury holiday. The things we've been told our whole life to strive for are the things driving our life support systems towards collapse. Hashtag degrowth means striving for goals that enable humans to keep on living on this planet. Somebody says, I applaud the sentiment, but ordinary people wanting enough for a decent life, a decent quality of life is not the problem. No. What's the definition of a decent quality of life? There's a lot of debate around what humans should be allowed to have or do or accumulate. I mean, the guy kind of misses the point of the tweet. The things we've been told our whole life to strive for. And he's saying, wanting a decent quality of life. Well, that's what you've been told to strive. That's what you've been told is a quality of life that everybody must enjoy. You missed the point there, buddy. You didn't actually understand or grok the tweet, the message of the tweet. The thing you've been told is a decent quality of life is actually way beyond what is sustainable for the planet. Unless you're talking about a lot less people doing that. But that's not what we're talking about, are we? I've said too much. This is a great... I almost made this the thumbnail for the show today. It's I guess you'd call it a conquistador or priestador, conquistador. Talking to a Native Americano. He said, without us, you'd still be worshiping the sun. And the indigenous fellow says, dude, the sun is real. Ba-bam. All those kooks out there worshiping the sun and the moon and the stars and whatnot. Yeah, or harvests. I mean, they all had gods too, not, Yes, there was a form of sun worship, for sure. There was a sun god. There was a god of harvest, god of corn, god of rain, god of whatever. But a little closer to reality, I guess, if you're worshiping the sun instead of worshiping the sun. Yes, Choir Boy, that's a good link. The Hands Off Assange. Action for Assange on Rockfin has a live stream of a action going on. Big protest going on. Oop. Did Rockfin kick me out while I'm doing a stream? God, they love to do that. I don't know what the deal is with that. Bros, I am live streaming. Don't make me log in while I'm live streaming. That's just wild. It's very weird. Anyways. Strange. Hopefully that doesn't disrupt the stream. Yeah, anyways, I was talking about... there's action going on in support of Assange, Julian Assange. Okay, hopefully the stream is still going. Please, Rockfin people, let me know if the stream is still continuing. Roar Media is there too. Great. What is Rockfin? Rockfin is the channel I've been on. I didn't disappear from YouTube or disappear entirely. My channel was on another platform called Rockfin. Rokfin. Rockfin.com. You should go over there and follow me, make an account, and follow me on Rockfin.com, because if and when I leave YouTube again, which is, 50-50 that I stay on YouTube, you can watch my show on Rockfin. I thought I said that over and over and over again, Etier. I thought I said, I posted and I made a video and I said Rockfin.com, and you're like, what's Rockfin? Pay attention much? Rockfin.com, Rokfin.com. I mean, it should be drilled into everybody's brain at this point. But that is also where you can watch the rest of my show. When I leave YouTube, you can watch the rest of the show on Rockfin. Okay. Let's keep going. Um, Indonesia. Here's a flood happening in Indonesia. Right. Massive floods going on in the Far East. That's happening. Yeah, Rockfin does not cost any money, by the way. You just make an account and you just follow me and you can watch my videos. That's all. You don't even have to make an account to watch my videos. You can just go to rockfin.com, search Black Bear News, and watch my video. You don't even have to make an account. It's even more horrific with the sound, isn't it? That's happening in Indonesia. Floods, 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 heat waves, heat waves, heat waves, heat waves. The heat wave across southern Africa continues, a roasting 44.2 C today in Namibia, which continues to be one of the hottest places on Earth. Agriculture cannot survive in these temperatures for long. The fruit literally cooks, and the molecular structure of the plant becomes denatured. 44.2 C. That's a warm one. October 6th. Not quite full on summer there, right? This is spring. Supposed to be spring. All right. This is interesting. This is interesting from Poppy Davis. What animal has caused the most extinctions besides humans? Well, it's still because of us. Cats, spread around the globe by their two-legged slaves, have been responsible for at least 63 extinctions of mammals, birds, and reptiles. Wow. I wonder if dogs are responsible for extinctions. I'm just curious. I don't have any cats, but I have a dog. But I guess cats do a lot of damage. They send other species to extinction. My goodness. Our research shows that in parts of the world, invasive mammalian predators are major drivers of species decline and extinction. Really? Explains co-author Tim Doherty from Deakin Center for Integrative Ecology in the statement. The study is published in PNAS. By looking at a huge database of references and trawling the IUCN's red list of threatened species, Doherty found that invasive mammals contributed to an astonishing 58% of all bird, mammal, and reptile species extinctions known to have occurred in the last 500 years. Creatures most at risk tend to be endemic island animals, as documented by the widespread extinctions experienced in Madagascar and New Zealand. Stephen's island wren is a perfect example, as the entire species of bird is thought to have been wiped out within a matter of years of people and their cats arriving on the remote island off the coast of New Zealand. Only ever identified by the carcasses carried back by many a cat, and not as is widely reported by the single feline named Tibbles. Okay. By the time the wren was recognized as a new species, it was already gone. The New Zealand government, for example, has announced ambitious plans to eradicate all invasive mammalian predators. Does that include the people? I wonder. They're kind of invasive, including feral cats. I bet that doesn't include people. I'm guessing. Eradicate all invasive mammalian predators, including feral cats, by 2050. And the researchers of this latest study hope that their work might inspire more nations to follow suit. Okay. Yeah. That's not cool, bro. Let's look at this. The financing of coal is up 36% in 2022. With Germany opening up many old pits. The UK and US have issued hundreds of new oils and gas licenses also. And we are supposed to believe the governments are taking the climate emergency serious. That they're not doing that. I think we know that. Yeah, no, they're in the quest to combat. Why can't I show you guys anything that's happening? I'm sorry. In the quest to combat the climate change, which governments are saying with their mouths that they're doing, they're being duplicitous. They are not actually very serious about the climate change, even though they say they are. They're playing both sides of the fence, or they are, I don't know what they're doing. They're lying to you, basically, that they actually are going, that they care, or that they're going to do something about it. That's kind of the gist of what I'm trying to say. Okay. All right. I'll keep moving on. But, all it takes is a little tiny energy crisis. And we're back to we've got to ramp up the oil production and the coal production. We need that good old energy independence. The climate in Australia is already becoming unbearable in the northern Western Territories, and we aren't even into the summer yet. The north is prone to wet bulb. If the ambient air, even in the shade, exceeds 35 C wet bulb temp, it would be impossible to survive without aircon. Australia, so 40.3 C, already in Australia. It's getting quite warm. Call it one too many whiskey and cokes, but BC, Alaska, Washington State, and most of the west coast of North America just looks totally effed. Look at this. These heat anomalies. Anomalies. This is quite warm. Yeah. Okay. Take a break. I'm going to take a break here and check out my coffees. Did anybody give me a coffee today? Not yet. I'm going to check out my Rockfin tips. No Rockfin tips at the moment. And now's a good time to call in if you want to give me a call. I'll take a call in the next couple of 3 or 4 minutes. Let's keep going. I'll take another break at about 12:50. Unprecedented warmth and melt in Greenland this September. Some places average more than 8°C above seasonal average for the month. Meanwhile, planet Earth records its 4th warmest September on record. Das hot. All right. YouTube, love you. Thank you for hanging out. Sorry if I was a little bit short about the Rockfin, but yes, Rockfin is a place where you can watch the show after I'm off of YouTube, ROKFIN.com. You can watch my show for free. You don't even have to make an account. It's cool if you make an account. What's even cooler is if you subscribe to my channel, endorse my channel, and pay the, I think it's like $10 a month subscription. If you endorse my channel, I get a little portion of that. It's one way to support the channel. And you also get access. If you subscribe to Rockfin, you get access to all the premium content. A lot of people put free stuff on Rockfin, but there's a lot of premium content you might want to watch. I don't know. It's up to you. All right. We'll see you over on Rockfin.